Hey there, horror movie tea sippers.
The following podcast episode will contain spoilers for the movie we are about to review. If you have not seen the movie and do not wish to have anything ruined prematurely, please do not continue to watch or listen until you have seen the movie.
And welcome to the Horror Movie Tea Podcast. Today we are covering The Monkey, which came out this year in 2025. But before we go into the review, let's grab our cups and talk about tea. So, I am drinking the Thinking of You tea, which has peppermint, chamomile, orange peel, creamy French vanilla flavor, and wintergreen flavor.
And I am drinking another Republic of Teas line. It is the Daily Beauty Beautifying Botanicals Blueberry Lavender Tea. And it has green rooibos, organic hibiscus, blue butterfly pea flower, lemongrass, rose hips, apple, lavender, blackberry leaves, hibiscus extract, lemon balm, bamboo leaf, blueberry, and schizandra berry extract.
All the things.
All the things.
Yep.
So all of it's pretty much everything on there said organic. I wasn't going to repeat it over and over and over.
But thank you to the Republic of Tea for allowing us to continue to do what we love. And for our tea sippers out there, brew yourself a cup of tea, sit back, relax, and we hope you enjoy the review. So, for the summary of The Monkey. Two brothers receive a wind-up monkey from their father, only to learn it brings death to someone after playing its drum, and the winder has no control over the victim. After their mother's death, one brother focuses on protecting loved ones, while the other seeks revenge. So, for entertainment, this one... The best way to describe this movie is it's like Final Fantasy, or not Final Fantasy. It's like Final Destination with the comedy cranked up a bit.
Oh, way up.
Yeah.
Way up.
I feel like Final Destination definitely tries to be more funny, or it's definitely like
a little,
but it's also like somewhat serious.
I
don't know.
Final Destination tries to be more serious,
but the deaths
can be ridiculous.
Yes.
But
the monkey is more like funny.
Yes.
Yeah.
Final Destination is oftentimes more like dumb ways to die.
Yeah.
Whereas the monkey knows it's ridiculous and leans into it.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. So if anyone has heard our Final Destination reviews, you will know that I am not a huge fan of this type of movie, but I will say I appreciated this movie more than like Final Destination. So I give it a 7.5. Like I would be willing to watch it again, but it's not my favorite and it's not my go-to. Not because it's not a good movie, just because it's not my type of movie that I typically enjoy. So me rating it, that is not like any discredit to the movie itself. It's just...
That's not a bad rating at all.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it's like pretty much instead of death being the killer, it's like the monkey. Like the monkey represents death.
Yes.
But I will say that is quite like literally what the monkey is a metaphor for. Mm-hmm. It's like, how, in life, we don't know when we're going to die. We don't know how we're going to die. That's what the monkey... It could
take anyone.
Yeah, anyone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's what the monkey represents in this case. But like what an intro though. Like the very first scene.
I was hooked. It had me hooked from the very first scene. I was like, oh, it's going to be that kind of movie.
It definitely tells you what type of movie to expect from the beginning.
It basically tells you, strap yourselves in. It's going to be a crazy one. It's going to be ridiculous.
Yeah, I will say the movie's tone and its consistency in its tone is pretty good.
It was extremely consistent.
Yeah, for the beginning all the way to the end where the brother gets killed by their mother's bowling ball. And
it was a reference to the beginning.
The brother wanting to kill him with the bowling ball. Yes. Yeah.
It was the same bowling ball.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then how the ears were like flat, and then you saw like a little eyeball on the side.
There were two eyeballs. There was one like right here and one right here, and this was the one that fell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I don't know, for some reason seemed the ears flat too, like just kind of added to it.
The whole thing was ridiculous. But they were consistently ridiculous throughout the entire movie.
Yeah, like I feel like
it was almost Looney Tune-esque in some of the deaths.
Yeah. Like the bees.
Yeah,
the bees.
That made me slightly uncomfortable.
Yeah, no, the end, especially when you see the jaw,
they're starting to eat through his face. Yeah, that I didn't like that.
Yeah, but the fact that they're like literally beelining towards
wasp all going directly for that.
Yeah, through the hole and then turning to go. Like, oh man. And just being the witness to that. Just like,
I love how he was like, I'm gonna get out carefully now. Mm-hmm. Just no sudden movements.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get out slowly.
Yeah. Or like the hibachi girl, like with the babysitter or whatever.
Yes. No. What about the swimming pool?
Oh, where she hops and then she just explodes.
Boom.
Yeah. And he's like, is that a leg?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
This movie's got jokes. I feel like, to this movie's credit, I feel like they did a good job in making the mother's death a little bit more serious.
Yes.
They still made it like a freak thing.
Yeah.
Because I think they said it's like a 1 in a 44 million chance for that to happen.
Something like that, yeah.
But I'm glad that they didn't make her death too comical, because then you want to really grasp the trauma of the kids. But no, it's like I really like the it's like, like I said, it's not my type of movie, but it did get a couple of laughs from me, where it's like, how they do the deaths. I also like how they kind of divert your expectation somewhat, where it's like, oh, are they gonna die this way? And it's kind of it's like Final Destination reminiscent almost.
It's not necessarily the death you expect.
Yeah.
Or the person you expect.
Yeah. But I do like that they also bring up or show like how death or trauma like impacts people with the two brothers. And I do find it really interesting how, the brother that was bullying the other brother more was even more traumatized by it, and he had also like completely segmented himself to where he's like, oh, he killed my mother and didn't even realize or think about how the fact that it's like
that's his mom too.
Yeah. But also, well, okay, that's going more into the realism, so I'll stop there. But bottom line is, go into this movie to just enjoy the weird, wild ride that it is.
Do not take it too seriously.
With some emotional depth, not a lot, but a degree of it. But yeah, this is. I will say I watched this movie twice. The first time I did not enjoy it. at all. I was just like, I mean, the bee thing, like, there's a few things that, like, made me chuckle. But then, like, kind of whenever I stepped back and was thinking about, like, okay, what is the story that this movie is trying to tell? And then, like, me rewatching it with that story in mind or whatever, I appreciated it a lot more. But, yeah. Though, can we just say that the monkey's eyes were so unsettling?
Yes.
And I swear they, like, changed, like, how, like, the pupils and the colors and stuff depending on, like, yeah, they made the monkey super creepy.
They did a very good job on the monkey. Hated the monkey.
Yeah.
I give this one a 7.5 for entertainment.
Oh, same rating.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. I feel like it could, I feel like it could go a little higher later on, but it's not. It was a Stephen King movie.
A short one.
A short one, yes.
And they obviously very much expanded. And actually, sorry, that I was actually reading someone's review that had read Stephen King's short and saw the movie, and they said that they thought the movie was actually far superior. Like, they actually improved upon.
That almost never happens. But I feel like it's not the strongest Stephen King movie, but I had a blast watching it.
From my understanding, the short that Stephen King wrote is a lot more serious. Like, it still had the trauma and all of that, but it was a lot more serious and supposed to be more intense. And they took this and were like, it's about a freaking monkey. We're like,
it's about a monkey toy. Like, we can't take this too seriously.
So I'm glad that they twisted it the way that they did.
They had fun with it. You know, they had fun with it. The deaths were ridiculous. They knew it was an insane movie and silly, and they leaned into it. They kept enough seriousness, I feel like, that it wasn't too, like, they didn't push it over the edge to where it was too ridiculous. But it was definitely more on the comedic side. Some of the deaths were pretty gruesome.
Oh, oh God! Like the aunt, how she died. I mean, it was just okay. I don't want to go too much in that one because that goes into realism, but yeah, some of the deaths.
Oh yeah.
The uncle. He looked like ground beef.
Yeah.
How many animals did he get trampled by? It was like over ridiculous.
100. I think it was over 100. It was around 100 or more. Yeah.
And then him being a hunter, like the freaking irony.
Yes.
Like,
I think that's the point.
I know. But it's just like, I love it. I love that they like went there. Yeah.
They definitely had fun with it. It was definitely a dumb ways to die on steroids kind of movie. It was a decent storyline with a little bit of depth, not a whole lot, but a little bit of depth.
Right.
And it's fun for what it is. If you like this kind of movie where there's a little bit of gore, but it's also a little bit of ridiculousness to deaths, this will be a fun one. And it's even more fun to watch it with someone else, or like it would be great with a group.
Yeah.
Just peanut gallery getting together.
I feel like I would have had more fun if I had watched it.
Because I watched it with my husband. I had it on. He was doing something else when I started it up. He was on his computer playing a game. But
of course he got
I started it up, and the first scene, the first death, he's like, "Oh, it's that kind of movie." I'm like, "Oh, this is gonna be good." It set the tone. I'm like, oh, I hope it stays with this tone the whole movie. And it did.
Yeah, they did a really good job with the tone.
He was cackling along with me at the swimming pool scene. And like each death afterwards, we're like, okay, how's this one gonna go? It was good. It was good. It was a lot of fun. You definitely can't take this kind of movie too seriously. but it's a lot of fun. And it's not really like scary. It's more the mild
monkeys are
concern.
unsettling.
The monkey is definitely unsettling, but it's also most of the movie is more the mild concern of, am I going to be the one next that dies in a ridiculous
it's kind of like a Russian roulette, like who's going to be
a little bit, yeah.
I felt some concern for the son because it's like I didn't want the son to go.
I feel like that was the most concern that I had.
Yeah,
was Petey. That was about it.
God, and then Elijah Wood.
He played some of the most ridiculous parts.
He was such a good stepdad, but like the asshole,
and Daniel Radcliffe.
Like,
I swear, he and Daniel Radcliffe play some of the most ridiculous parts, and they do it so well. But as soon as he was on screen, I'm like, oh no. Oh no. Here we go. And he didn't disappoint.
No, he did not. He did not.
So, yeah, but it's an all-around fun movie. The realism's gonna be another matter altogether, but it's a fun movie. It's entertaining.
Yes. On that note, for realism, I give it a 1.5. So, like, I feel like the most realistic part is how the brothers, like, process the death of their mother. Also, you know, I'm so terrible with the names, but the brother that was getting bullied, you know, him wishing death upon his brother. It's like, I feel like that's a sibling thing, like when you've just had the last straw.
Pretty sure it was Hal.
Hal, okay.
And the other was Bill.
Yeah. But it's like, especially when like your brother is your bully, like you literally can't escape because you live with him.
Yeah, you're trapped.
Yeah, like that. Ugh.
And don't get me wrong, siblings pick on each other all the time.
Yeah, but he was like legit like bullying.
That was
him.
pretty bad.
Yeah, like he had
that
some
was
problems.
pretty bad. And he got others involved too.
Yeah.
So it was just not a good situation.
No. Which I almost kind of wish we would know, like, why he was so much of a bully.
Well, it seemed like that was just how he was. And he was just an a-hole. That's what they kind of made it out to be.
Yeah. Nature versus nurture. But it's like, I feel like more nurture plays a part into that. But anyways.
Yeah.
But like their mom seemed fine, and so I mean the small part that we saw of the dad, like
she wasn't exactly well adjusted. She had a lot of bitterness.
Yeah,
but she was doing, I feel like, the best she could.
Yeah,
with what she had, and she was just angry about it.
Yeah, which
is fair.
Yeah,
but
the mother's death, even though it's like a freak, like 1 in a million chance or whatever, it's at least more realistic than some of the other deaths. But
that was the most realistic.
I feel like, oh man, just so many. Well, okay. So, you know, harpoon gut guy, like freak thing, like sure, whatever. But the aunt, like, she literally leaned over to see if the stove could turn on. Wow, you don't need to go that close to the freaking stove.
Movie's got a movie.
Who? Like,
I mean, even with the stuff in her hair, the accelerants and all in her hair and face, like, she didn't need to be that close.
Right.
It would have happened regardless.
Well, and then I know that you see her wipe alcohol on her face, but alcohol does evaporate really quickly.
Pretty quick, yeah.
So it's like, it probably wouldn't be, I mean, yeah.
It's a bit of a toss-up. It really depends on how much she used.
But the point is, it really bugged me where she literally is like, is it turning on? And it's like, I wish they would have done it to where it's like, it almost like had like a quick flame up and then it, because otherwise yeah, and then her, of course, freaking out.
Which it technically should have, because the gas was going.
Right.
And
they made
just
it seem like
started.
That's what, yeah. Oh, man.
I am grateful, though, that in that scene they had the smoke damage, the soot on the ceiling. And they kept it there.
That's a nice little detail.
Yeah. So that was nice.
They're definitely very intentional with this movie.
They are, for sure.
But yeah, that's all. I mean, what else can you say for realism? I mean, none of the deaths are really that realistic. I did find it really funny, though, how it's like the brothers reconcile, and right after that, it's
the monkey's like, and you're dead. Reconcile. Oh, how sweet. I would like to go on a road trip, too. Well, come with us. Death.
Yeah, it's like,
nope.
It would be such a shame if something were to happen.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I ruin the moment?
He kind of deserved it, though.
What about the shotgun scene?
Which?
The real estate agent that was taking Hal through the house to see if the monkey was still there.
Oh.
And they were going through the different closets, and then the shotgun fell and went off.
Yeah.
Like, that was a cross between just horrible maintenance and handling of a firearm and an actual booby trap. Like, who keeps the shotgun loaded in the closet and unsecured? I love how the police have clearly had enough to deal with over the week that they're like, we're probably going to have some questions, but please don't leave town. I'd say stay here. But it's like that restaurant, Spaghetti City up there. But after hearing how many crazy deaths, you know the police have got to be like...
I know, like the surfboard.
The WTF.
Yeah.
They have enough on their plate. They're like, you weren't anywhere near this. You didn't touch the gun at all. Like, okay, thanks. She just seemed kind of done.
Can't blame them.
No. Personally, I don't think I can give this movie above a 1 for realism. It's that ridiculous. The thing is, they know it's ridiculous. So they're intentionally making it more comical. So it's not supposed to be very realistic. So
that's a part of why it's entertaining.
That's why it is entertaining, but that's why I can't rate it higher. Like, it's not supposed to be realistic. It's definitely not. The deaths are all absurd. But it is entertaining. We could go through the different deaths one by one, if you want.
Let's not. We will be here
I don't
all
see
day.
A point in it.
Yeah.
The one thing I will say, though, the death that probably made me laugh the hardest, apart from the very first one, and that was mostly out of, like...
Shock
and confusion.
You're like, what the hell?
Was the swimming pool scene. Because a body would not have just exploded like that. That's not how electrocution works. with a swimming pool like that. But okay. Sure. There's a reason we were cackling at that one.
Well, I feel like the build up for that one is so good too. Because it's like, you know, you see the little spark or whatever, and then he's like, no! And then, you know, she jumps in
Just
and then
lovingly reaches out. No, stop.
Then boom.
Yeah. Yeah. And then he's, of course, in shock, but also freaked out and is like, we need to go now. Yeah.
Yep. But yep, good movie if you want some wacky deaths.
It's
and
hilarious. It's
one that does not take itself seriously whatsoever.
not realistic at all. But it's funny.
Yep. But thank you for joining us today, and we would love to hear your thoughts on this movie. If you'd like to recommend a movie, game, or tea, you can leave a comment or join our Discord server. And if you'd like to keep up to date with our content, you can find our link tree listed below.
If you'd like to support us monetarily, we have a Teespring and a PayPal, or we have our affiliate link with Republic of Tea available. It does not affect the price of the tea. It just allows us to continue to do what we love. And you can find all of those sites mentioned linked below. But until the next time, guys, stay safe and stay spoopy.
Bye!